What's going down? DJ Sean Mack, aka Sean Magnificent, Shadyville DJs, Casket Collection. You're watching thetrendingreport.com. Peace.
L's up for them hitters. Throw the L's up for them hitters. L's up for them hitters. Throw the L's up for them hitters.
What's up, everybody? We're sitting here with Chicago's own DJ Sean Mack. Sean, I'd like to thank you for giving us a moment to do an interview with you and just kind of go over some of the progress that you made over the years and the success and, you know, some things that have come with it.
Yes.
How long have you been DJing? How long have you been in the game and working on this craft?
Well, I started DJing when I was about 13. Okay. But I'm 30 now, and I started DJing when I was 13. Okay. And I didn't take it, I took it serious, but I didn't like take it serious. So I did that to about 13 to 15-ish. I stopped, got into some other things, and then got back to it around 18, 19. Okay. So I would say strong now, as a career, 10 years.
10 years? Yeah. 10 years focusing on the craft building and making it better?
Exactly, yeah, 10 years strong.
How did you get your start? What even made you want to start DJing? There's a lot of different ways and a lot of different directions you can go with music, but to be a DJ, you know, you're the sole controller of the movement of the crowd. So, like, what made you want to jump into that? Like?
Well, one thing is, one was my grandfather was into music. He was into souls and house, disco. He was into Dusties, and all the time in the house and in the car we played music. So I knew the OJs, I knew the Isley Brothers, I knew the Spinners, the Temptations, word for word, because as a kid it was fun to me, but it sounded good too. Yeah. And whatever my grandfather liked, I liked. So it was kind of like that. So I was already into. I had a real soulful spirit, but what really made me want to like really take it there was Juice. I can't front. Juice was a major inspiration for me in hip hop and culture and fashion and music. It gave me the life that I needed. It gave me the inspiration that I was seeking. You know what I'm saying? So Q really gave me what I needed to really say, you know what, I could do this too. You know what I'm saying? I had the fade and I rocked the sneaks and we was doing it, and it was like, I was just real fascinated off that film. So Juice had to have been the reason I was like, yo, I'm going to buy some turntables.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Juice was a great movie.
Word.
And it really highlighted DJs in a way that we haven't been able to see in cinema. Yeah,
exactly. So it made it was based around that, along with the drama and the things that was in the movie and the film. So I collectively, that whole thing is the reason a lot of things are happening right now today. So
good deal. Well, me myself, me and my brother, we've been down with you probably since '06.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To say that's when we formed a relationship and started working with you and really had some great memorable times in Chicago. And from then to now, you are the Global Spin Awards Midwest Club DJ of the Year. Yeah. Congratulations on that, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well deserved.
Thank you.
I mean, how does it make you feel to be recognized for your accomplishments and what you've been able to do?
I don't know, man, because it was always a point that in my career that I felt that I wasn't on the radio, that I had to always stay at a certain level and really couldn't get past that. I always felt that way. I never wanted to say it too much, but I always felt that way. Like the radio DJs always had the advantage, and they did, and they do. And then at the end of the day, they do. And I unfortunately, never got a chance to really get on Chicago radio, which is okay at this point today. But it was always something that always. So when it happened, it's kind of like, wow, and I'm up against all these radio DJs. And it's like, it's like, what I'm saying, I'm a street dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I just never stopped, man. I never took breaks. I never sleep. I don't. When people be sleeping, I be working. It's just working. It's really no resting for me. So, I do understand on the flip side, hard work pays off, and that is real.
While being overlooked by the radio stations, you still got that call from BET.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a good moment of reassurance that you're doing the right thing.
I'm not bragging, but 11 times. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging.
11 times on BET.
No, big up to everybody over at the CBS building, BET, all the people, the staff. They're good friends of mine.
Something that I know that you do that I personally don't see a lot of DJs doing which is important, is that you break new music.
A lot of DJs are stepping up in that area. It's Chicago music is becoming so good, you know, where, you know, they don't, you know, we don't have to work as hard anymore. We really have captured the consumer's ear, and more importantly, the label's ear. And at this point right now, we're looking real good. So at this point, it's pretty much it's a little easier to break records now. It's acceptable to play a 30-minute. It's acceptable to play a 30-minute Chicago set in a nightclub full of Chicago people. Right. So it's like, you know, people still have a good time and understand. They heard the music before, so it's cool.
Absolutely.
I just try to play my part.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that the guys, you know, the artists from Chicago really appreciate that.
Word up,
you know, they look forward to sending you their music.
Yeah, we
for
here.
Those opportunities.
Yeah, we're here.
Something else that you've been able to do, like I said, I've been watching your movements for years, is that I know you travel abroad, you travel to all of the signature events, the All-Star Games, the Super Bowl, Puerto Rico, and even this year in St. Thomas. Talk about traveling out of town to go do work.
It's an experience. It's an experience that I never thought I would get to see, and when I did, I knew that I was going to absorb it like a sponge. Mm-hmm. The first time I ever DJed an out-of-town event, I was a train wreck. I did a horrible job. Funny. This is funny. This year I DJed in Houston for All-Star Weekend. Mm-hmm. The first year I ever DJed for an All-Star Weekend out of town was in Houston. Okay. When All-Star Weekend was there, I don't know how many years ago that was, but I did a horrible job. The promoters were never going to call me back. It was so embarrassing. Like you know, I just kind of, and the funny part is I just learned from, you know, people like Self and Kid Capri and the other just heavyweight DJs, SNS and, you know, Flex. I've DJed with all of them before, and they have a ball of energy that's just so crazy. Mm-hmm. But, you know, like I say, you know, you live and you learn. And today the experience is great. I'm glad I'm getting the phone call to do it every year from all the, like I say, signature major, you know, heavyweight weekends and mm-hmm. those things like that. I'm really blessed, and it's been an experience, you know, just to get to see different people from other cities, other DJs, you know, being able to, you know, rock next to DJ Drama, knowing that I came up listening to his mixtapes. So it's like, you know, seeing this happen and manifest and seeing this take place right now in front of me is the best gift. I can't pay for that, you know, and I'm extremely thankful. I try to give that energy, I try to give that real rare energy that people can, you know, try to kind of take you out of your element, mm-hmm. out of your problems for 2 hours. Right. If I, you know what I'm saying, if I can, you know, so. Absolutely.
With all of that being said, you know, the accomplishments DJing and the things that you've been able to reach, you are more than a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
There's other things that you have, even outside of what we know.
Yeah.
But I want to segue and talk about the line. Mac has recently dropped a line called the Casket Collection that is very rare, doing very well here in Chicago and abroad. And the pieces are amazing. Yeah. And I just want to talk about your inspiration and what made you turn the corner and go in the lane of fashion.
Always was into fashion, man. I was always into it as a youth, as a kid. I always wanted to get dressed. I always wanted to make clothes. Man, please, that was the move. Like, you know, and then I would buy things that I wanted to alter myself, or things that I didn't feel like was the best fit for me, or it was missing something, or something was too much. You know, I always wanted to just be hands-on mm-hmm. with saying, hey, you know, this is what I would wear, you know, right. You know, and then give people opportunity to say, you know, but I don't think my fashion is better than anyone else. I just think that Chicago was kind of, I'll say, missing a darker brand. Mm-hmm. You know, the brands here are great, and at this point, I'm just kind of trying to bring just a little something different. That's all. You know, just for the most part, just something that I've always been interested in. You know, I've always been into symbols and, you know, symbolic symbols and mm-hmm. art and, you know, dark art, dark fashion. I've always been into just higher end streetwear. Mm-hmm. So that's just what I'm just expressing now, and that's what you see. So
Casket Collection.
Yes.
That's the name of the collection, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What inspired the name? What inspired, you know?
Well, two things. Well, one was casket is a term that a lot of people use. Everybody doesn't use it. Some people use other terms, but it's a term that says something was dope. Mm-hmm. You know, something was cool. Somebody killed something. Somebody, you know, wow, you killed that casket. You know, mm-hmm. you put that in a bag or whatever. You bodied that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just always a term that was just cool to always use. You know, or a joke, something that was extremely funny. Casket. You know. So I would always, you see the hashtag, see people tweet it sometimes or whatever. But on the flip side, like I said going into before, you know, I'm into darker brands, and I'm into, you know, because it's basically, you know, Casket is basically biblical art. It expresses biblical art, you know, in a form of streetwear, you know, and like I say, I just brought it to apparel, man, and I just wanted to just give people something a little different, you know. You know, I didn't want it to have a mascot or anything like that. I just wanted it to be, you know, I wanted it to stand alone, and that's what I wanted it to do. But like I say, when the website drops New Year's, it'll kind of give a little more. But you'll throughout the pieces and throughout time, you'll see and understand it, you know, because some people will say, oh, it's death, you know, and I did take a chance with the brand, but it was a chance that I'm very happy I took. A lot of people understand that this is just something different, and people have accepted it for what it is. And like I say, it represents just fresh, man. It just represents fresh people that's on that other stuff, you know. And then my relationship, well, might I add, then my relationship with Christ is solid as it can get. So that was something I wanted to, you know, express a little more. So
absolutely, yeah. It's a beautiful thing. So when does the line drop officially?
Well, it's gonna drop New Year's. It's gonna drop January 1st. You know, everything, all the pieces will be up. Everything will be online. Everything will be there and available to buy. You know, you'll be able to go there and you know, and browse through everything. Snapbacks, crew neck sweaters, hoodies, tees, short sleeve, long sleeve, bandana. It's real dope. It's really dope.
Nice. And what's the web address?
It'll be the CasketCollection.com.
CasketCollection.com.
The CasketCollection.com spelled regular.
Good deal. Well, we look forward to that.
Yeah.
And we look forward to the line itself.
Word up.
Since it's for fresh people, I'm quite fresh myself. And we appreciate you coming through and hollering at us and just letting us know, getting a backdoor gaze of what's going on.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Like I say, man, stay tuned for the mixtapes. You know, follow me on Twitter for major events. I DJ all the time, and you know, I'm always working, man. I'm always out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for new pieces. Follow the Casket Collection on Twitter. You know, all those kind of things. But I'm sure you'll cover that.
Yeah.
You got, you know, I know you keep it swag, keep it clean.
Yes, sir.